Hello, folks. How's it going? Hope you're having a good morning or evening or, day or night or whatever it is in your time zone.
Yay.
Nice. We'll fill in the pause there. Some of the streaming systems weren't working during the intro, so... Yeah, thank you, Technologic, for the Prime sub and 19 months. Sorry that didn't pop up. Had to restart some things before stuff started working again on stream. So sorry about that, but thank you. I really, really appreciate that. That's all. That's a lot of Prime gaming chosen to spend them a year. Yep. Thank you, Fazu, for 100 bits. The always, consistent taxpayer. VIP, thank you so much, Fazu. I appreciate you as always. And welcome in, Ray and Zany Game. Thank you for the follows. So this is fall. Well, it's been good. How about you? My day has been good. Like this week has been intense, so I'm a bit tired. But other than that, pretty good. Well, that was working.
Someone is going to say this at some point, again, so let's get this out of the way. Seasons in Minecraft confirmed?
Is this where we just rolled a clip of it's gonna be in the game if you put it in the game, but otherwise it's not gonna be in the game, whatever? Hey, Metal Maniac. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and for half a year. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support. So let me catch you all up on the status on this project. It's basically done. I was basically going hey, I should start a new world, add the pack, record a replay mod thing for it so I can make a trailer, take some screenshots so I can show the same location in different seasons, It was great. And then I discovered this. So somewhere along the line, I've done something not entirely stellar. So we still have some work to do, but basically it works for all the biomes now, all the ones I wanted to add as a first pass anyway. So you can kind of see the ground is starting to get a little maybe cold and frosted over out here in the plains, and the leaves are turning red and yellow in the forests, and yeah. Out there too. So before, when we were experimenting, when I was doing it on stream, it was only okay, we were fine. It was only the forest biome that we were working on, right? But now it's everything. The problem is I don't know what causes this, and somewhere along the yes. That'll make it easier. Yes. So, somewhere along the way, I discovered, again, thinking I was basically done, and discovered that the seasons of rivers there weren't changes, right? And beach wasn't changing either. Some of the seasons just weren't changing in some locations. And then I realized the reason that is because I was using spread players to pick random positions for the for the season update, right? What the heck? Wait. This late fall river here. Was this a frozen river? No. Why is there ice here, and why is this gone? I don't know. Just an open F3. Is that included in the description of the pack? It says pack works great, just don't open F3. Anyway, so because spread players doesn't put the player in the water, basically nothing where there was water ever worked. So I had to do a little workaround thing where I calculate a random position and then use spread players, and if that doesn't work, then I have to recast myself. Ooh, that reminds me of a thing that I should note down. Where do I note this down? Not there. Because that wasn't a noting down anything. Here maybe. Okay, yes. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of a suspicion, right? My suspicion is that making that change so that I am like doing a whole bunch of more work randomization wise. Why is it worse now? And it's not the garbage collection, because that hits now and now, and it's definitely not those two spikes, right? There's a lot of spiking in between. So is it when... I was thinking that it was like maybe when it's actually replacing the biomes, but yeah, I don't know. Yo, Brazzy! Gifting a sub to 77,077,771. Or 77k 771. I don't know how to say this still. What's the best?
Yay.
So it's possible that it is like when it's actually deciding to change a biome that it's causing this, or I think I'm running like four spread ticks per tick, like four attempts to spread the biome per tick. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just run one. I don't know. So this was a world I started just to showcase it, right? But I'm gonna go back to the one where I was actually like developing the pack. I kind of love how the grass has patches of different greens. Yeah, I mean that was part of what I wanted. Oh god. Give me daytime. Weather clear. So what I'm thinking that I'm gonna do. Is it about here, actually? Yeah, it's pretty much the same. And spread speed is same here. Yeah. You can kind of see the small splotches of it. I think it's winter in this world, so it's gonna look more different as it turns winter. So you get almost this kind of almost bluish grass in the wintertime, until it gets covered by snow, of course. So, oh wow, that color actually looks very different on stream than it does for me. I think it might be my two different monitors that shows it off in different ways. Anyway, my idea here, yo, Ghostian, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. My idea is to remove the tick function out of the tick tag. And essentially single step the pack and see what it's doing, and like see if we can catch when it's we don't need this, when it's when it's doing poorly and when it's not doing poorly. So that's my idea. So let's see if I can actually, if this still works. Let's see. No code. I don't need an update right now. Thank you. Here. Yeah, okay, cool. Is it actually the correct size? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sure. We'll do that. So these are kind of my notes for the project. Oh god, I don't have stuff. I need to fix that. What was that? Who did what now? Brazzy! Gifting a sub to Surge. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And congrats. You're almost up to a year. Brazzy, keep just going at it. Man. Thank you. And congrats, Nincoded. So, yeah, these are the notes. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to data, Minecraft, tags, functions, tick, and I'm just going to remove this. Can I like disable? I guess no. That's gonna error, but I think that might be fine. So if I reload that, yeah. I wasn't sure if that was gonna like fail gracefully or not. So that's fine, I think. Yeah, we still have everything loaded. We aren't running it anymore. So if we do this now, and we do just function seasons tick. So that, like, you see that made barely a blip. And it ran 2,491 commands. So let's run again. That ran a little more commands, but still not even a blip. So either there's going to be one tick here that runs a god-awful many more commands, or there's going to be a tick here that just takes a really long time, but doesn't run more commands. So which one of those ends up happening? That was a little bit of a spike, but I want to say that kind of was in between. Is it set biome command that's causing it? I don't know. I would have assumed that if it was, then it would show here. But it's so running the tick one tick at a time works and doesn't cause a problem ever. And I mean, none of these have executed like an exceptional amount of commands, right? Okay, so let's move a bunch to somewhere where the seasons pack won't have run. So if I'm like out here in this forest or something, where all the biomes are vanilla biomes, then it's going to, hopefully this isn't where I broke. Yeah, Minecraft forest, this is fine. So here, every single time I run the command, it's gonna hit a biome that it's gonna want to replace. So let's bring this up again. Let it settle a bit. This is probably generating terrain or something now. So what one difference from before is that when the pack decides to set biome, what it does is run set biome or fill biome on all of the different biomes that are possible, and like with a filter. So it's gonna do all the it's gonna go through all the biomes in a column of the world X number of time, where X is the amount of different biomes that the pack has. Which I thought would be fine, but maybe it's not. I'm just really confused as to why it's... Yeah, because it's not doing terribly much here either. What the heck? So... And if I add back seasons here and reload, yeah, it starts going wrong immediately. And those are pretty frequent, right? Every pixel is one tick, so they happen often. So if I just run the tick over and over, it should really... Because maybe, what if we run tick now? So now we're just double ticking a bunch. So it's still not causing an issue. So it's only a problem when it happens a lot. Disable it again. What? What functions are called within the tick function? Oh, a bunch of stuff. Like it's the whole pack, right? I mean, we could get into that, but that obviously isn't the problem. Like, the problem isn't the tick function in isolation. The problem is some sort of cascading effect from running too many things at once. Try it in a repeating command block. I would be incredibly... I guess I can... I would be incredibly surprised if that is any different from running it as a tag. That would be awkward. Hello? Can I? Yeah, so that's the same. Whew. That would have been just bad. Okay, so the next thing I want to try is this. Scoreboard, player set, spread speed 1, seasons 1. Yo, Juan Martinez, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Okay, so now I've cut the amount of ticks or the amount of attempts at spreading the biome by a factor of 4. And it's still spiking. But it's like it's not as bad. Which is interesting. And that makes sense. Right? So when we don't do as much work, it's only sometimes that it like clusters up enough that this is a problem. So what I'm gonna guess here is that the problem is when we end up setting too many things in a short interval, that it causes too much like network traffic or something as all the like data has to be sent over to the client. And that's my working hypothesis here. Like 340. That's like nothing. It's not doing much. Would installing a mod like Spark be useful in finding the exact cause? Maybe. I don't know. Spark is like... Isn't that a paper thing though? So what we could try to do is just basically count. So what here? Let's go back here. So one thing I've been thinking about, here's the spread function. So this runs 4 times per tick, and that Spark is Fabric and Forge. Okay. Yeah, I mean we could run that. We could also just profile the like we could run the debug profiler on the tick function. And that should tell us. The only thing is, because it's not the function that is taking time, then that becomes kind of useless. But basically, here's what the spread does, and we run this X amount of times. This was 4 times per tick before, now it's 1. So we're gonna do randomized position, update the season, and then check node plants, which is... I mean, this wouldn't be it, right? Because it's not gonna do anything right now. Just checking markers within a certain distance. There will be a download, yes. Assuming we get it to work. I mean, I could release it now, but it is, like, actually... It's noticeably choppy. When I tried it out. It's not like it's just, like, a little performance problems. It's noticeable. Alien Sunset. What a nice name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So, one thing I could do is I could here. So what these do is they run a generated function, and then melt stuff. But so this is what I was talking about before, right? We run fill biome for all of these, but we only replace some stuff that is like not what it's supposed to be. So obviously this means that we are running through all of the biomes in this column from bottom to top. Whatever this is, 20 times, 21 times. So one thing we could do is we could prefix this here by running a check on the biome, and then we only run this function if the biome is not already a summer biome. But I feel like it's unlikely to be a problem if it doesn't change anything, right? It's just gonna go through what, 384 divided by 4 values? Whatever that is. Times 20. Like, it's a bit of work, but it's not like... Ideally, an aesthetic datapack shouldn't impact performance noticeably at all. Well, it's not just an aesthetic datapack, right? It changes gameplay drastically. But then still, ideally, it shouldn't impact performance noticeably. But there's no way you're going to write a datapack like of this complexity with this much data and it's going to have 0 impact. Yeah, Stormute. How's it going? So I don't think that's it. So there's some secondary effect at play here. And one thing I'm thinking about is the reason I do this 4 times is because it is random, so we might, not hit a good place. But even 1 was too much. So I wonder if we just check if it hits something, if it changes anything. And if it does, then we stop doing updates for the rest of that tick and the next or something. So we can at most change 1 column of biomes per tick or per 2 ticks. The weird thing is how running it just doesn't have any performance impact until we start running it on a clock, and then it suddenly has a lot of performance impact. So something is snowballing, and I don't get it. This is extremely weird. So there's no... Yeah, now it's running very few commands, actually. So I guess that's because it's not hitting as many biomes that need changing. And that means if I turn... Excuse me? If I turn this on, it's still spiking. So weird. Why are the spikes exactly up to 20? Why are they spiking to exactly 52 milliseconds? This makes no sense. It's like something decides to just take up all available time up till that. And that was a spike above. On the other hand, as long as it's spiking only to the limit, then it's fine, right? Because the server is never going to run more than 20 TPS anyway. So maybe I don't care. It's not garbage collection. That was the first thing we looked at. Look at the memory. You can see when the... Well, I guess you have the chat in the way. But you can see when the garbage collection hits, it's... No? Wow, it's going high. Now, That was a garbage collection pass. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now. That was the next one. So, no, it's spiking way more frequently. So, scoreboard, player set, spread, speed, seasons 4. So this was the default. I mean, then it's actually... it's spiking it a little bit over. And noticeably over there. But if I keep it at 1... This spikes, but it doesn't spike in a way that should be ever noticeable. Hey, Retro. Why is it filling over 100 megabytes per second anyway? Is that normal? Yes. Yeah, I don't know here. Like, maybe it's okay. In modern MC, yeah, sure. But it's not related to this pack, at least. Okay, let's do this. Scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar. I mean... it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Because it's both hard to tell, does this have any performance impact? Like, the game is, you know, not entirely smooth normally either. So maybe I'm just like, because I saw the spikes, I'm looking for them, and therefore, you know, I'm caring more. I wonder if the vanilla profiler would show what's up here. Let's assume everyone will use performance mods. Sure. I don't have them installed right now, so you know. Just wanted to drop in to say I was here when you went through all the reasons why cherry blossom trees wouldn't be added, and you definitely had me convinced at the time. What, added to this pack? Or to vanilla? Because I you know, generally don't comment on that type of stuff, but sure. So I don't know, maybe this is fine. So maybe the only change is I put it down to 1 update per tick instead of 4, and we're like good. We just call that okay. I feel like it's framing though, but maybe that's just Minecraft being Minecraft, who knows. Let me play with this up, like it's... I mean, no. Fine frame rate is never stalling, really. Oh, there was... well, that was unknown what that was. The red bars are ticks that took longer, yeah. So the height of the pin or the bar is the time. And obviously, the larger the time, the redder the worse. Kind of. You just thought it was funny? Sure. Like, that's a thing, actually. Like, I try not to comment on future things in like future development in that way, because I have no reason to make people think something isn't going to be added. I just have no reason to comment on stuff like that at all. It's not my business, and I couldn't comment even anyway. So like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to say I can't talk about it. Or I can give you my opinions on stuff that I don't know anything about, you know? You all worked hard last night for the video? Yeah, it was one of the rougher snapshot videos to make. Okay. Alright, well, join me in making this amazing change then. We're gonna go... Well, first of all, I'm gonna go back into Tick and re-enable the pack. And then I'm gonna go... Hello, cow. I'm gonna go to load, I think. Yep. Spread speed default. Change that to 1. There we go. Just giving reasons why it might not be. Oh, who knows? I also don't know everything about the future and stuff, right? Win the XP. Nice. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Okay, well, I guess that's it. We're done. Thank you. The worst thing is I really want to make like a good like trailer and screenshot and stuff for this. But since it depends so much on time passing, I think the only real good way I can do that is create a world and then like let it sit for like 24 hours or something. You don't know everything? My life is a lie. Sorry, Octogen. Sorry to break the illusions. It's OBS magic, yeah. It's a filtered view of VS Code on top of Minecraft in that scene. Slimes can finally retire. Well, I mean, they still have a hit. They still have a, you know, physics impact. One day, map makers will not be abusing slimes for something, and we will all rejoice. Okay, so replay mod's gonna replay mod. How do people work with left and right clicks before these interaction entities? You don't want to know. There were horrors involved. Like the slime thing is one, right? People will use like invisible slimes to detect if you were punching them or stuff. And villager, like there's this stack of things that people were using. And it's quite awful. It was, I can't remember all of it, but it's like a thing riding a thing riding a thing with a thing around it and stuff, right? Yeah, carrot on a stick was something also. But it's only some of them. You go in the Minecraft commands Discord, and they were very disappointed because they didn't do every single thing that they wanted in the very first iteration. But, you know. I can really see how fall is hitting here. This is spread speed 4 again. So this is... Yeah, that is like a lot worse, actually. So what if... No, I don't want this. So... Scoreboard, players, set, spread, speed, seasons 1. So seems a little more spiky. Still not hitting above 20 though. And it's weird. It's weird how consistently the time it takes is just up to the frame limit. Yeah, villager interactions, yes, absolutely. I saw the right/left click additions, but I guess I'm too far away from map or server development to know the main use cases. Could you give an example? So anything that is a custom game, right? Anything that is a custom functionality sometimes needs to know when you right click, when you left click. All right. So like one cool thing I saw somebody do was super simple. They animated doors. So they used display entities for doors and then you right click to open and close them in an animated way, right? So how do you know when they click the door? Menus. Like just making a menu with buttons and stuff.
Sliced, I don't recall if I asked it, so pardon if this is a repeat question. But will the leaves return to their original color when shearing them? Or will you get to keep the beautiful autumn colors? Brunard9 loves.
There you go. So nothing that this pack does, that's one of the design ideas behind it, one of the design tenets is nothing the pack does is permanently changing the world. You are in charge of permanently changing your world. Leaves change color, but it's the tint that changes. It's the biome tint. That's why the birches are the same color, right? Because everybody knows that birch is not a tree that changes colors in the fall. Yes, that's how it works. Well done, Minecraft. But the other trees do. And so, like, if you pick it up, you get an untinted block, right? But if you place it down, it will be tinted. And it will keep changing with seasons, right? So the pack will... So one thing that vanilla does when it snows is it layers up snow. And then you'll have these holes in the snow where there's a piece of grass, right? Which looks awful. That doesn't look wintry at all, with like snow with holes in it. So what the pack does is it will snow in plants. So it will hide the grass. But if you break that snow, it will then pop the grass. And if you wait until spring, the snow will melt again and reveal the plant, right? I love how the game slowly but steady gets up to speed with full-on game engines. I mean, people say that, and it, to me, that indicates that they've never worked with a proper game engine. Because it's so awkward to do anything in Minecraft, like in comparison, right? It's interesting that you can make stuff, and part of the challenge why it's like fun, right? But yeah, game engines are made to do this stuff. Minecraft just kind of lets you do it while groaning a little bit. Thank you for the bits also, Brazzy. Appreciate that. I prefer Java snow on top of leaves much more than the white leaves of Bedrock. Huh, okay. Let's make it winter. You just like sit here and look at how stuff looks for a little bit also. It's actually surprising how quickly this is changing underneath me. That's unexpected. No, it might have just been luck actually, because now that's switching over there. Let's do this.
Yay.
String concatenation is not in Minecraft, which is very useful in programming language such game engine. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just very useful, it's like a super core function,
Yay.
right? So, like, that's why. Like, yeah, you can maybe do stuff in Minecraft, but there's some very basic stuff that you can't yet. Mika and Dupes, thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Let me see how well this works now. Let's just chill here for a bit and watch what goes on. So basically, what's supposed to happen is that this biome is supposed to turn slowly to winter, and the snow, as it lands on top of leaves, is supposed to slowly turn the leaves white. There you go. So that's what happens. So the winter will turn kind of all the leaves to a little bit more of a brownish shade first, as if they were like more like small branches and stuff, and the leaves kind of are falling off. And then as snow falls on the trees, they will turn white. And then as the snow melts and in the spring, they will start to turn green again. So that's kind of how the pack works. And obviously it's all like, it's not a built-in function. It's made on top of stuff, and so it's going to be not perfect, but I think given like the other implementations of seasons and stuff I've seen before, this is quite a step up. It's still raining right next to me though. Like, I find that weird. But maybe it's just because it's slow now. I slowed down the updates by a factor of 4 also. Maybe we should... Maybe we should make a like an effect where the pack hits, so we can actually see it. I think that might be nice. So I'm gonna go into update season. So this picks a random. Oh, that's a debug thing. We can put the other debug thing here too. So wait. Yeah, okay, it is running. It should be running this in a random position. Yeah. Okay.
Lurkin' and workin'. No headphones, so no audio, but glad to catch a stream.
Yo. Thanks, Agoy. If you're watching this later or something, well, appreciate it. Thanks for the work lurk. How far did these seasons spread? I believe I had it set to like 112 or something like that. It's supposed to be far enough that a default simulation distance just covers it. And obviously, since we don't know the simulation distance of the player, it's a little hard to make that fully happen, right? But yeah, here now you can see that this is like starting to cover a lot of stuff. Like this one is here, right? So hopefully by the end of this, as this continues, it's going to have covered the entire ground with snow, and these pieces of grass will be gone. And there are probably some that are hidden already. And out here too, like these flowers are gonna get covered by snow and stuff. Code windows open. Yeah, I never got to the thing that I wanted to do. Thanks. Okay, so what we wanted to do was particle something. What is this? What are they called? End rods. That's a pretty nice one for highlighting the stuff. So maybe if we do that. So actually it's supposed to be running like on the ground level, I think, or on the height map. So If we do like 2 up, then we should be fine here. I'm just gonna do that. Oh, it stopped raining. Well, or snowing. Reload.
Yay.
Huh? Run this command myself. Yeah, that's how that particle looks. It's really visible. So I was expecting to see that here, like somewhere around. Why am I not? That's very interesting. There's something updated there, but I didn't see a particle. Can I? Wait. I'm in the other world. Duh. I'm editing the pack in the other world. Okay, this is almost certainly wrong, right? There should not be a ton of updates under me. It's supposed to be a random position. So that's what I thought. Like, as I'm walking around, it's like changing. Why is it running? Yeah, that's definitely wrong. So, I revised my answer. Apparently, the seasons update in a range of like 1. That's interesting. It's like a... What? There are some out there, but they're almost like there's a bunch out in this. Do you need to temporarily change the spread range to 1? No, there isn't anything like that. I changed the spread speed to 1. So I changed the amount of times it does a spread per tick to 1. Not the range is like not. So I guess what has happened is my code for that's not what I meant. My code for making this random spread is not working. The thing that is supposed to replace the man, I'm blanking. The spread players. Sorry. Like I said, this week has been something. I'm a bit tired. So I guess we need to go through that. Why? Well, we're not using spread players anymore. That's the thing. Okay, so where did I have that? Let me try to find that. Well, I guess we can just we can trace this. So spread runs random position as this season spreader. So random position does randomized coordinate and then copies random into X, and then does randomized coordinate and copies random into Z. Okay, so if we yeah, let's do this. Let's just remove it from tick again, and then remove or like comment out those 2 resets so we can actually see what the values were. I guess you did change the range to 1. Yeah, well, true. So let's do this. /reload. Scoreboard objective set display sidebar. Seasons. Now nothing should be updating. Excuse me? Why is something popping up there? Well, it's certainly not changing, and X and Z are 0, which is probably a bad sign. No, it might not be, actually. Might not be. Wait, I think I might know what the problem is. No? Never mind. Yeah, this is supposed to end up, they're supposed to end up at 0 after this move, but we can copy them again. Let's just do XR. So we do this. What did I do? Double slash. Yeah, okay, so it's still running. Wait, did I have that command block here somewhere? Oh, yikes. Yeah, yeah. Stop. Okay, there we go. Okay, so -4 and -68. That doesn't seem like 0 and 0 to me. Interesting, okay. East and West. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. If you keep updating your scoreboard every tick, it might flicker like this. Yeah, I know, but it wasn't supposed to be updating every tick because we turned it off. It was just, I'd also left a command block that also ran it. But that's why I was... Don't know how you did the randomization, but if it's UUIDs, maybe there's a rounding issue. It's generating a set number of random bits with a predicate. Okay, so let's just function seasons tick. What do we get? 98 and -37. 61 and 53.
Yay.
59 and -104. They all seem okay. Like, the numbers seem okay. So the randomize... The function that randomizes seems okay. Hello, Captain Now. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so I'm reasonably sure that the randomization of the numbers is not the problem. And also we can add these back because they don't really... maybe actually we keep these for now, but we add these back. I'm not in the wrong scene. So what I've done is I've added back the resets of X and Z because they're going to be 0 here. So what this move is supposed to do is it's a binary tree decomposition of this of the bit valued 64th. So basically, if C is less than -64, then we're gonna say -1. If it's more than +64, then we're gonna call it 1. Otherwise, 0. And then we're gonna remove those values, and then move the corresponding amount away, and then run the next function in the step. Which is, this is how you do this type of stuff, which sucks, but it's how you do this type of stuff. And obviously something is wrong here, but I don't know what. So these are exactly the same, but then like 32 goes to 16, goes to 8, goes to 4, goes to 2, goes to 1. And then the 1 then does the same thing, but on the x-axis, which hopefully checks x-axis and moves on the x-axis, but it does. Are you a superb owl? Yeah, perfect. And like you can see in this here, generated /move, these are all generated from a template, so it's not like I've mistyped something inside here. If so, it's going to apply to all of them. So basically this 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, and then the end payload is teleport. So all of this ends up teleporting at S, which is that marker, to this place, wherever we ended up here. Now, what we could do... That's a lot of function I just opened. Well, we could... Hold on, let me find my way back to stuff. Random position. So what did it do? Yeah, then execute at S after that. So now we've moved at S. Is this better for performance than putting the position into an entity's pos and teleporting you to it? If you just put the position into an entity's pos, then like one, you have to do like a bunch of math to get the right thing there, because these are relative offsets. And the other is you're then counting on like things not messing up if there's like an unloaded piece there or something. This is the problem. This is missing an at. This is a problem, at least. So what we're doing here is I'm still trying to use spread players, right? Because I want to use height map. A height map check as much as I can. So this is basically doing, okay, just spread players right here. right at this one place. Okay, so that either fails because it couldn't find a pace, which basically means we're over the void or we're over water, or it succeeds and then it sticks it on the ground. So if it, and we're storing the success value, so if the success value matches 0, then, okay, I'm running this find surface thing, which is scanning from the top of the world down until it finds something that is not air. So it's just gonna keep going down here. And once it does find something that isn't air, so unless block is air, then teleports at S to here. So what the problem was here was this didn't have an at S. And since the whole function, the whole context, like the entity moved. Teleport to the entity? We are not teleporting anywhere. Anyway, reload. And let's go here. And actually, I'm going to turn the tick back on. So I wonder if that could cause a, like, could that cause a performance issue somehow? It's still doing it. There's at least one other problem also. Yeah, it's possible that changing the data might work. I don't know. But one thing is I'd rather not depend on writing NBT to entities, because it's, yeah. And the other is I don't like having bugs in my code and fixing them by randomly changing to other methods of doing things without understanding what the actual problem was, because that's a way that you make broken stuff. It's really poor engineering practice. So, like, we could maybe change to that, but I want to first understand where the problem is. One possible change I could do here is, instead of randomized position causing a teleport at the end of the thing, I could chain all of these into each other so that the end result is that we just move the execution context around a whole bunch and then move these things into like the call site in the payload of all of that. But that suffers a little bit from the same problem. Like, I don't understand But I don't understand why, because like this is supposed to randomize the position, which is supposed to move the marker. And then this runs as the marker. I guess one thing we could do, it shouldn't matter, but one thing we could potentially do is we could move all of these into the same function so that we only have to have this execute as at no, that doesn't. Well, we would get at S is what I mean. So we wouldn't have to rescan for the marker. So one thing is I'm killing the markers up here too, in case there's like a leftover. Yeah, I don't understand. So here we're gonna do this. At the end of this, I'm going to execute at S, run particle. Is this something else? Something else visible. Angry villager maybe. So we're gonna add another particle exactly where the armor, not the armor stand, the marker is. Just to see if they're in the same place. If it's somehow, yeah, it's definitely in the same place. So the marker fails to teleport sometimes, or yeah, it just ends up under me for some reason. Why is that? Did I completely misthink something in here? So if these are all relative, so these are going to operate off of the current execution context. And we're not redoing at S in here anywhere. So that should be fine. And the final payload runs teleport at S to tilde. Okay. I don't know, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna even more debug code, and we're gonna do. We are going to take. Where are we going? We're going to randomize position, and we're taking this particle command for the angry villager, and we're stuffing it in there instead. So this we know is exactly where I wanted it after the whole randomization process. If these show up in the wrong place, then I know the problem is inside of this randomization method. If they show up in the right place, then I know it's some form of update dependency on the entity's position. Or the teleportation just failed. What? What? You look angry? Why are all mods so damn slow? What do you mean? Most mods are slow because they add a whole ton of block entities and do stuff, you know, above your head, fly around. I mean, they're gonna follow me, right? That's... Okay, definitely something is wrong in here. I know. Oh, this is horrifying. Or at least I know one problem. Stream chat is making me awfully mad right now. Yes, yes. Aren't you noticing? all my rage. You hear it in the pure, madness of my voice. Scoreboard is dancing. Hi, Kimmy. Angry Lime. Is that a new emote we need? I need to get on fixing my emotes. Dang it. So let me explain the thing that I understood now, which is okay. So why do I have this branch thing here? Why am I not just testing X and Z? Well, you see, because I'm changing X and Z here, so I need to kind of remember what the original thing was, right? But what happens here? Well, let's go. This is the only one function that actually works like it should. So let's go back a little bit. So here, now we're in this x16 one. So if branch is -1, then we add 16 to x. If branch is 1, then we remove 16 from x. Then if branch is -1, then we run this function. Right then and there. What does this function do? It sets branch. So when we come back out here and continue here, branch is now some other value from some other thing. Likely 0. And that's why all of them end up in one line. So what I need to do is I need to have a specific variable, a specific name for each instance of this function. Which is fine, because I'm generating all these functions, so we can do it without breaking a sweat. It's great. So generate move here. Now we're looking at Python. Actually, maybe I can fix it just through my templates, because these are all generated from templates. Templates, move, Z. Yeah, so this branch Z or max. That should be fine. Yeah, we just want this here for everything, and then scoreboard players reset this thing csense. Modding should be perfect for Java Minecraft, but legal issues? I don't understand what you're talking about. No other game has such a good, vibrant mod scene as Minecraft, for particularly that reason. This also. And then we do the same for X. The branch X, $max. Let's just do a replace. Okay. Rebuild all of those. And now instead we have this. So that's nice. So now it's branch x16 instead of branch, and now there's no conflict. Would have been nice with a local variable, but hey, I'll take it. Gotta go. Good stream. Hope you get this working. Thank you. Have a good one. Reload that. What happens? Well, I mean, we're no longer... I can see some updates going on here and there, and they're no longer right next to me, right? So this seems to have done the thing. So did that have any impact on this? No. So that's a different problem, which is what I thought. That's expected. Scoreboard objective set display sidebar. pop. Season data pack? Yeah. I think you pinned there.
I love how the season lengthened etc. after the near upper right hand side. Looks like a suffers from chugging a dangerously supersized extra bold coffee. Lol. The jitters it's having lol, D less than 3.
Yeah, the scoreboard display isn't great when stuff is updating a lot. Okay, so now I kind of need to just undo all my debug stuff. Which I think I will have automatically undid one of the things, because one was in a generated function and that will have been overwritten. Yeah, that's gone. But we still have the particles. And there's one. So you can kind of see where it's updating now. Spread speed is still 1, that's true. I might just have to accept that though. Because 4 was lagging too much. Can you change the update speed to make debugging easier? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've done before. One thing I've done before is I've had the range, the distance smaller. So obviously if you do the same amount of updates but within a smaller area, then you get a more dense update. You get a quicker update of the season. But at this point also, I'm kind of so far into developing the pack that I don't really want to do that, because I kind of want to see how it's going to work for real, right? But we're definitely in the clear now on we don't need the particles, because now I know that part works. Which I am actually going to get into my Git repo. What did I just do? Okay. I'm accidentally focusing the wrong things here. Do you mind if I ask a slightly off-topic question? Exclamation point ask, I believe is the command. The spread speed to 1, which I don't know. Like, I just put it at 4. It was a pretty arbitrary choice, right? But maybe it's fine with 1. I don't need the debug. I was going to type the donut ask link, but I would get time up for that. Yeah, maybe it's fine. The ask thing is not that, even though I do generally say don't ask to ask. But more it's that the fact that go ahead, but I'm not guaranteeing that I'm answering, Without base protection, without plugins, is base protection a thing? Not really as such, I would say. Yeah, you could switch people to adventure mode, but that's probably not a great solution. I'm sure there are going to be some like data packs out there that try, but really, like if you're looking for something like World Guard, then probably what you need is something like World Guard. It doesn't lock chests. True. I've actually had a pack at one time that did lock chests, but it failed, and it was old and probably easier to implement now. Okay, I don't need to check this in, I guess. Never mind, I guess I have another hour before my cat's vet appointment. Welcome back. Hope your cat is doing okay. I think it would be awesome if a banner could add protection to a base, like it's the build's flag. That sounds very much like a pack thing to me. I would love it if it was easier or even like reasonable to do that in vanilla. What can't the Datapacks mod? Oh, quite a lot, I would say. So Datapacks are a collection of data-driven things and functions, like commands. And the collection of data-driven things is rather small compared to all the things in the game. So like, you can't really change an advancement. Not advancement, an enchantment, right? You can fake that with a lot of complicated gunk, but you can't, like, it's not a supported thing. People do amazing things despite the limitations, but it's despite, not thanks to, you know. Did you get back to work? Have a good one. All right, so I think, yeah, so this should, yeah, that still looks the same. That's fine. World Gen data packs, especially after 118 and 119, make me so happy. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, it's interesting that this is a custom world data pack, but it doesn't actually change any of the generation. This is using biomes. So this is changing pretty slowly, I would say. I don't even know what season it is right now. The ground looks like it's winter, but it might be changing from winter also. That kind of looks more autumny. It's impossible to tell. Season... Didn't I remove the XR? Hold on. Reload. Season 2. Yeah, it's winter. Are there more Mojang people except you and Mort on Twitch? There are plenty of Mojang folks. Olref streamed a bit. I think he's taken a break, but he used to stream very consistently. For one, it's one of the designers. Panda streams, but like very infrequently, but he is on Twitch. And I'm blanking on names. God dang it. There are more people. Definitely, yes. Yeah, I used to stream Sundays, but I used to also stream more days. Like, but yeah, you know, people have other things pop up in their lives and whatever. They take a break for a while. Yeah, who else? Because there are definitely people. Why am I blanking on names? Probably because I've had just a week. Corner Hard is on Twitch. I don't know if he has a schedule. But he's pretty consistent. I see him online quite a lot. Our times don't overlap a lot, but you know, I do see him online. I also I noticed in a biome command that biomes only update in a 4x4x4 area. Well, they will update nearest area. Right? I mean, you're right. I could just not randomize the lower 2 bits, right? On the other hand, I don't think it hurts. Actually, we do check more things, so it's not just the 4x4 biome grid, like the thing that hides and pops out the flowers and stuff. Those things are on a block by block basis. So like weather, rain, just a whole bunch of rain. So we do this. Actually, this is a good case here. So we've got all this grass here. Did I do double grass? I can't remember. But you'll see some of it like start getting covered by snow. And that is not a vanilla thing, right? The vanilla will leave this grass forever. I can't remember if I did... I don't think I did tall grass, actually. So maybe the tall grass is going to be left. I don't think you did do double tall grass. Well, you wouldn't know, because, you know, a lot of development has happened off stream. I think snow logging is cool. Yeah. Could even do that with display entities now. Yo, Bruno. Thank you so much for the raid, man. Welcome in, folks. How's it going? Welcome to the watching snowfall stream. it's a lot less intense here than it was on Bruno's stream, I'm pretty sure. But welcome in. I hope you had a fantastic time over there today. But at the moment we are actually literally watching snowfall. That was a long hashtag. What? What is that, Cass? What were you up to today, Bruno? I basically did my workout and stuff until it was time to stream, so I had no chance to check out anything else. Built half of my sugarcane farm and was surprised by a baby on a chicken. Well, that sounds great. In Half-Hearted. It's the most entertaining snowfalling watching session of my life. Can I do my workout right now? Nice. You bike? That's nice. I used to bike a lot. I haven't for a while now. But I have like a home, like one of these like multi-gym things. So I do that a lot. So today was our arm and chest day, basically. And it was a rough one because like people were commenting, there was a lot of stuff in the snapshot this week, and it's been quite a week for me, so I've not gotten enough sleep, which isn't great prep for a workout, let's just say, so, you know. But yeah, I have like a small stair machine for warm-ups, and then I do like a bunch of stretching and core exercises, and then use the multi-gym for like actual weightlifting stuff, kind of. Why are we watching it snow? Because this world is my development world for a data pack that adds season functionality to Minecraft. So with this pack you get more functionality from winter, and you can kind of see how the ground is turning white around the snow, and like some of the grass here is supposed to be hidden by snow. It's still raining over here though, which is weird. Okay, so that's just Minecraft plains. That is kind of weird. I have a thing that I attach to the rear wheel of my bike so I can bike indoors. Oh, okay, so you've got one of those like stand things. That's cool. Yeah, I've been really on the exercise train lately. I'm really trying to get myself back into shape. Like I did that hike this last summer. Hiked 130 kilometers on the High Coast Trail in Sweden, and it messed me up. I was not in shape to do that. It properly messed up my knees, and I was like not in shape. So now I'm like really like going at it. So I'm exercising every single day that I can, basically, which is generally not Wednesdays because snapshots. So I'm actually wondering if this is even working, because I'm not seeing any of these like grass being replaced. It's like this is looking way more like vanilla that I would expect vanilla to look. But maybe that's why I was trying to do more of the spread stuff. And maybe what I should be doing is like one biome update to keep the updates low, but then do because look at how much snow there is here. Look at this stack of snow right next to this gap. This is what I was trying to fix with this pack, right? Because it looks awful. This doesn't look like winter. It looks like weird patchwork. See, Renault. Enjoy the bike. How does Steve stay in shape? He runs around the block. I mean, he also fills his pockets with cobblestone and then jumps a meter up blocks. So, you know, that's probably a good... that's probably a good exercise, I think. Okay, so that isn't working. Execute if entity, i.e. type equals marker. Tag equals, oh, what did I call it? Probably underscore seasons underscore snow? Okay, so there's like 1,000 entities of that. You can carry 64 meter cubes of gold, 2 times 27. Yeah, that's pretty heavy, actually, yeah. Is a QR code? Well, you know. Not counting shulkers. True. So it is doing it. Well, I mean, it's also... I also don't have code for tall grass, which is gonna hurt in this particular location because there's a bunch of tall grass here. But there's also a lot of not tall grass that is not being replaced. Like this is... yeah, this is all small grass. So maybe that was a... maybe that was an impact of lowering the rate. So hold on. So go back to spread. That goes... update season. Oh wait, yeah, so update season, update winter is what's doing snow on plants. Yeah. Retain snowy grass. Oh right, yeah, that's another thing I did. And it's also not really working. Huh. So that's another thing I discovered here, which I would actually kind of consider a vanilla bug, even though it's not a great behavior, even though I understand why it is this way. This used to be a grass block, right? But since there's now multiple layers of snow on top of it, those layers of snow are opaque, which means the grass is decayed under here. So what would happen is you would get a ton of snow in the winter, and it would look really beautiful, and then spring comes and everything melts, and it's just dirt. Like everything just turns to dirt, and then like a little blip of grass somewhere will start spreading again, and it looks awful. So I have the pack not only hide grass like here, but also identify when there is snow above grass and go, hey, save this. We need to manually put back the grass there when the snow melts. Whoever worked on the snow layers game rules, pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder. So what I might need to do, well, first of all, I should probably try to verify that it, like the snow on plants thing actually works. Because I'm not convinced. Like either it's running too slow, but I feel like it's not doing anything here. But maybe it was just like less visible because I was tested with the smaller radius and I just need a lot more of it. Like the thing is, the performance of this pack is weird, right? Because we have these spikes, but the performance of everything in general is down. I can't, you don't see, now you see it. Like it's down here. Like the pack is basically barely making a blip on performance. It's not running a lot of commands at all in comparison to some of the stuff. So we have space to do more things. It's just like, for some reason, this just... it's something else is causing performance issues. So I should be able to do much more work here, if need be. Which I think I do. So I kind of want to move this out.
To explain that LAN hashtag, I cheer for you sliced during the bingo between you and Bruno a bit ago. I said, team sliced for evs. And Bruno takes a screeny and smushes it in my face all the next stream. So I now have a hashtag lol. I will never live it down. I'm Brassy the betrayer of Bruno. I regret noth 5. I'd do it again. Moo ooh ha 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 ha. Greater than D less than 3.
That's fantastic.
I diaresis inverted question mark your cheer could not be processed. Please try again later. Reminder. Also, slip sun is off.
Yeah, sure. Oh, let's see. Stern slip song on. Not 5, yeah, that's... Thank you, Brian. Okay, so we had 1,128 of these last time we tested. Now there's 2,076, so they're definitely ending up there. I just don't know if they're actually hiding plants or if they're all just like grass markers. I miss cat scam. Yeah, I need to get my GoPros in order so I can do that. The thing is, yeah, Ellie does play in the cat tree still a bunch. She started sleeping a bunch on our bed though, and I'm not gonna put a camera towards our bed. Just saying. That was a pause remover? Okay. Do GoPros use batteries? Yeah, they do. They have a set type of battery. I had to Twitch. Yep. The thing is, when I run the GoPros, I run them on wall power, right? I run them on a power feed because I don't want to use a battery because the battery is not long enough for a 4-hour stream. And that works for my GoPro 9, or is it 8? 9, I think. But it doesn't work for the new one. It did for a while, but then now the new one has started going like, no, I'm not getting enough power off of this cable. And so it's refusing to run on power, which means I need to run it on a battery, which means I need to remember to charge my batteries, swap them out before the stream started up, and all the stuff. So I kind of just went like, screw it. That's a very topical follow there. Hello, Meow Pix. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Maybe. It's really hard to tell. I feel like there were more plants here, so maybe it's... I guess what we can do is... we can go into snow on plants, create snow marker. And that's... yeah, that's just all of this. Yeah, we don't have tall grass in here. And then that says its own grass. So I guess we can just do, say... I hid a plant in snow. This should spam. Does it spam? Ah, it spams. Good. Okay, so I think that's fine then. It's just slow. So then all I need to do is... I need to run this more often, even though I can't run the biome stuff more often. So that's okay. Routine snowy grass. So this needs to be moved. So update winter. And the other ones do... Okay, let's do this. Let's go to load, if I can find it. I'm gonna do another spread speed. Wow, this is awful. I can't type reload. There we go. Now let's do that actually. So, what do we call this? Block speed or something. So if block speed is 0, then we set it to... what do we set this to? I'm going to try putting a rather high value in there. So we have, by default, run 16. Will this data pack ideally work with, say, a world generation data pack? No. The only chance that it works with a world generation data pack is if that data pack generates vanilla biomes. It will not work with any custom biomes at all. I've actually written a fairly extensive README and stuff for this in preparation for uploading it. And it has a bunch of those details. So you'll be able to read all the compatibility and stuff. Okay, so now instead of spread... we need to still run this. So, new file, spread blocks. Sure. What is... yeah. Do block-based spread functions. Didn't it use tags? What do you mean? I mean, we use a lot of stuff in this pack. But what the core functionality of this pack is to take the vanilla biomes and then make 8 versions of each biome. So check snowed plants. I guess add at S. So that should probably move. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this. Spread blocks here. So this one is gonna update system blocks, and then we'd run check snowed plants here. And then we're gonna delete that out of here. And then we need to make a new function, which is update season blocks.mc function. I could have made that using the thing. Is there any good go-to Datapack website where I can explore and download them? Well, I think Planet Minecraft has a bunch of them now. And also, there are some websites. I don't know if there's a good like collection of all of them. Okay, so spread now doesn't do all of that. Okay. So I don't think we need that anymore in here. So update season blocks, that's this. But I think actually that's just winter does a whole bunch of stuff. We'll move this. Update winter blocks, the MC function. We might just get away with a winter and non-winter. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. And then we get rid of this out of update winter. So if biome snowy, if block is snow, yeah, grass, then retain snowy grass, yeah. So this is, that is 100% not what I did. It wanted to do. It deleted the entire file. Modrinth started doing, yeah. Yeah, CurseForge is a little bit of a mess when it comes to data packs, so I wouldn't, it's not necessarily where I would go. So this, yeah, okay, good. But then the question is, what does summer and stuff do? I guess they melt stuff. So summer melts, spring melts, and what's this? Is that spring biome? And where's fall? Here. Melts. Yeah, so we just remove this out of all of the other ones. Spring. Melt. Summer. Come on. Melt. So let's update winter, and then we just do make an update non-winter blocks. Let's see a function, which is this. And then update season blocks does this. So if season matches 2, then we do update winter blocks. If it doesn't match 2, then we do update non-winter blocks. That was a whole bunch of change, so hopefully that should be okay. And then we need to go where to tick. Well, we have spread R, then I'm gonna have to do. You have to do a spread blocks R. What did I call it? Block speed? Yeah. So we basically need exactly this, but call a different thing. So run season spread blocks. Spread blocks are. So that should do it. That should mean that we're doing 16 times as many blocks per tick, even though we're still only doing one like fill biome pass on one column at most. So hopefully that should help with this quite a lot, and we don't get this weird like patchy thing as much. We'll still get the tall grass, which would be nice to deal with, but whatever. Let's try it. So we have like these things. They should go away a little quicker. Maybe I should have put out like a particle thing. It's just really hard to tell when it happens because you're like looking at the entire screen. I do see a bunch of updates now though, so. Why is this stuff like completely non-winter still? I guess it's just random. See ya, Koi. And thank you again if you I guess you didn't hear before. But thank you. Appreciate it.
Yay.
Have a good one. Hello, Lily who draws. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yes, some of those have been replaced now, right? I looked at chat for a second. Now I don't know what's happening. So like, basically the whole thing is now starting to get covered in snow, which is what we wanted, right? Now it's very uneven because, you know, this is still fall by on, but that's okay. And honestly, like, this is supposed to happen over quite a long time, right? So, it's fine. You can check the count again. That would be interesting. Yeah, so we're up to 5,200 things that have been covered in snow in this area. So that seems reasonable, I think. Definitely interested in seeing this work on the cherry blossom biome. Well, that will be tricky. I don't think they tint, do they? They can't. I'm guessing the cherry leaves just are always the same color. Hi, Kanek. Bye, Kanek. Thanks for lurking. Then, like, it's still gonna snow and stuff, but it's always gonna be spring cherry blossom color. Which is funny because, like, in real life, that color is like for a week of the year, right? Yeah, so this... Okay, let's check. Yeah, okay. So 16 was maybe a bit much. Players. But I didn't see it, so that's a good thing. What is it? Block, speed, seasons... that was 16, so let's go 8 just to see how the difference. That's quite a lot of difference. Surprised at how much that's doing. Awkward. I wonder, because I could get rid of the marker. And at this point, since we have so many other markers around, it might actually help. Because I can't pull this down more than 4, because it's gonna undo the effect of it. I need this to do more work.
Yay.
So we probably have to optimize this a bit more. Spilled ketchup on the screen? Apparently. PlayStation. Nice. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It looked nice though. It was a nice effect. Okay. So maybe we actually have to do this a harder way, which is not like necessarily a harder way now. It's just we have to restructure this a little bit. Spiky ketchup? That sounds like a very uncomfortable thing. Ooh, nice. We got a lot of white leaves behind us now, though. Cherry blossoms have a new grass tint too? Oh, makes sense. Anyway, yeah, there was that pause reminder, so we're going to take a break. I completely missed it. But we'll take a short break. Then we'll restructure the pack to not need an entity to randomize position. We'll do it fully through the execution context, which should be a lot more efficient. Well, it should be somewhat more efficient, at least. So yeah, hopefully we can get some performance out of this thing. Anyway, thanks for chilling. We'll run some clips from the channel past, during the break. Should be fun. We'll also run some ads to get rid of the pre-roll ads that Twitch shows to everybody who joins. So, you know, it's nice to get rid of them for a while since we're on a break anyway. If you don't like the ads, you can sub, get ad-free viewing. You can also get Twitch Turbo, get ads-free almost everywhere. And yeah, enjoy. We'll be right back. Okay, good. Run. Where did he go? Oh, there you go. Right on the edge. Sure. Can you... What? Oh, God. Oh, no. No, no, no. No, no. Where are you? This is kind of crummy. Shoot him. Bad. This is crazy. Why am I going up? I should be going down and hiding. Ah. Don't get stuck on stuff. Don't get stuck on stuff. Don't get stuck on stuff. Okay, well, yep. Hi, hello. We're alive. Hi, cow. We will honor your memory always. Whee! What do I put in the corners? Do I not put anything?
At the underscore guy 1604 asked for this.
You got it, chat. You got your wish. How in the world? Alright, let's go. Okay, dude. And there's a police spawner right there. Leave. What even? Dude, that is perfect. But the scariest thing ever. Now, fight me? Yeah. Not like that. Ow. Ow. Bad. Ow.
The message. Beautiful.
So, did someone clip it?
Oh, that's perfect actually. If I could.
Do we still have an
get
ender pearl
there.
to hand?
Yeah, there should be at least one in the chest, right? Otherwise, I have one and I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm
shoot.
YOLOing this a bit now.
Oh, where is it? Oh, that's
He's invisible.
far away.
If you come down here, can you,
Yeah, I
can
see
you
it.
right?
I see it. He's gonna kill me to do this, though.
That's okay. If you dump your stuff in first. I'll keep him on me.
God damn.
Ooh, this is intense. Just need to
Only
find
got
some
one
chests.
shot.
Okay.
Oh, I see him.
Oh. Oh, I don't like this.
Nice.
Oh, clutch.
Very good.
Nice.
Is that into the?
That was the gassed one.
Nice.
Nice.
Did you live?
No. I threw out all my stuff beforehand though.
Ah, got ya. Smart move.
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, got some gunpowder.
Nice. All right. Hello. The few of you who stayed. All right, so we're gonna dig in. So let me kind of explain the theory behind this, I guess. Right now, what we're doing is if we go to God, this is getting quite a lot. I should commit this first. Were there like 2 clips in that pause? I don't know. They were quite long. At least the second one was really long. With very different length on those clips. That should be good. Hey Crafty. How's it going? Okay, so what we're doing here is we're killing some previous ones if they're still. We're summoning a marker that has this tag, and then we're running this random position method function to move this marker to where we want it, and then we're running something there. Now, why is this a problem? Because we're using markers for a lot of stuff now, and the fact that we just need to do this is going to force the game to basically go through all those markers. Just go, which one has the tag? It's going to be slow. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have to take this, which is the payload that we're doing, and we're going to stuff that way down instead of the teleport at the bottom of this random position. Which is fine now because we're just doing one thing. And the other one is spread blocks. That's now doing 2 things, but we'll need to make a function of those. Update season blocks. Check snowed plants could just be a part of that actually. So we do this. Oops. So we run check snowed plants from in here. That's exactly equivalent. Maybe do this in steps. So that was just entirely equivalent. Because now instead of running it directly afterwards, we run it inside here. It's just slightly more efficient because we're not doing another lookup of this. Now, so we have update season and update season blocks. Those 2 need to be called from the deepest position in these, which is this Z64 all the way down to X1, which means, sadly, I'm going to need to make copies of those. And I can't use these just C64 anymore, which is fine because I'm generating these. So we're just going to go back to my... That isn't the one. The other Python script. This one, generate move. So what I'm doing here is this teleport. So instead of that, we're going to paste, not that, the thing that I was supposed to be taking, which is updates. I don't even know. Was it spread here? Function update season. Alright, so that's what we're going to run instead. And then I'm going to have to generate a completely separate Z blocks, or blocks Z, I guess. And blocks X. And that is... Oh, wait, and this needs to be blocks X64. And then this is needs to be update season blocks. So the cost of doing this is everything you want to happen, you have to add a separate, like the entire call stack of functions leading down there needs to be duplicated. So let's build those. That didn't work. Oh wait, that's assuming that this is also the template. We're passing in max and payload. I guess that's fine. Yeah, this template name. Why am I using? I'm reusing template name for something. Yeah, I'm using it for output. Output name. So the template name is Z and X here still. But the output name is different. And that worked. And we should have gotten a whole bunch of new files in generated move. We did. Okay, so now, okay, I need to close some of this stuff. I've got way too many things open. Okay, spread blocks. Don't really need to run. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, whatever. So this might be fine. So, spread. This one now runs random position, and that can just now run. So, we don't need the markers. And this also needs to be duplicated. It's sure snowing a lot. Is it location specific Sweden? I mean, it's dead of winter, man. Did you know? What do I do with this? I guess I break these out into pieces. Right, randomize coordinates. Gonna have this stuff. And then oh right, this stuff too. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. I forgot about these. So these two need to be in a level in between. Are markers related to scoreboards? No, really? Marker is an entity type that is purely there for map makers. After obtaining Bedrock and detecting system time, now the next tech community's next impossible project, getting IRL location. Wouldn't surprise me if they do that somehow. Okay, so when the this is really annoying, actually. So I need to take those. And this is just a bunch of cleanup that we can deal with later. So X1 is now calling update season. So instead I need we need a new function. Find find ground, the MC function. And that has this stuff, but not at S. So execute store. We can't use spread players anymore. Don't have a player to spread. Is that going to be worse? We can use execute summon here. Didn't people use player skulls to connect to arbitrary servers? Not really. They're restricted to only connect to Mojang service, but you can kind of load in arbitrary textures. Yeah, is there a better way that I could test for the surface of the world? Because I kind of don't think there is. And that's actually kind of a big problem, because that's a lot of positions to go through. On the other, maybe that's okay. I think hit is not even possible anymore for 112. Yeah, the bedrock breakers. I have not seen an automated one. I think I saw some people making that kind of project, but yeah. Okay, so actually what we need is find surface. So find ground is pointless now. Well, I guess... yeah. Okay. And go back to build. So function kind of this. Oops. And then instead of this, it's find... what do I call it? Find surface. And then this one needs to be find surface blocks. I don't know. This is interesting though, because this is definitely making me miss some functionality, which is potentially interesting to add. Okay, so we can nuke find ground. Apparently I'm not allowed to nuke find ground. I accidentally deleted file in this editor, but it won't let me actually do it when I want it. Nice. Find surface. Yeah, so this execute unless... so instead of teleport here, we run function seasons update season, I think it was. And then otherwise this run find surface, and then we make... excuse me, weird error. Find surface blocks does exactly the same thing, but with find surface blocks and with update season blocks. Okay, I think that might be it. But now I've changed a lot of stuff. We need to rerun the build. I feel like the chances that this works now are like very slim. It's not even guaranteed to be better anymore. Okay, it's definitely better. Nice, you can see where I reloaded. The question then is, does it work? Why are these... Okay, never mind. They were just slow. So that... Oh, that also means it does work. Nice. Actually, we still spiking? Or was that the spike? Because now it's like smooth. Okay, so we're using a lot more performance now, but we're using an... Okay, so maybe I didn't need to split this up. Maybe we could have kept the... So entity selectors running a lot were somehow the triggering factor. I don't understand, but it's fine. It's working now. The question though is it's still like doing the biome switch properly? So let's go out here. So now we're in somewhere where there wasn't winter. And it should start turning to winter around here. That little patch was winter, I think. Let's go up a little bit. We're running a ton more commands now, by the way. Ah? We can turn the particle thing back on. If that still exists, even. It does. Turn the end rods back on. Be harder to see, though, because of all the rain. But is that not below my feet, so that's a good first step. Let's see weather clear for a little bit. My poor stream bitrate. Okay. So, why did the block one work, but the biome one doesn't now? Ooh, did we actually end up like one block lower or something? That's possible. Or I could have made a typo in that path, I guess. So the block one absolutely works, which is interesting. So that means the whole, like, idea works. So... No, wait, this is super weird. Or is it? Yeah, it is. I don't call that anywhere. Why is it working? Please keep chat in English. Okay, so I never kind of fully completed this. Random cleanup. Without the D, please. And that has this stuff. But we need a randomized position. Oh, I never updated that to use the new thing, did I? Randomized position blocks. Okay, need to look at spread blocks. Yeah, because this still does this whole thing. So, which is actually kind of weird that it works, but whatever. So this just function randomized position blocks. Which we could now replace this entire file. We don't really need those. Which I should, actually. Yeah, so we'll do... This is... Yeah, both are the same, so, you know, it's kind of pointless. So spread blocks is this, but instead of C64, it's C64 C blocks C64? Is that it? Yeah. And then spread is this. And now we can remove all the randomized these randomized position. And this was the one I misnamed. you want a D, we have a clip of you saying the opposite. You know, maybe I'm not in the mood right now. Okay, so now I've changed everything over to the new system, which doesn't work. So, you know, that's great. Now nothing should work. The question is why? I need my focus on this. There. First question then is, were there like log the errors when we reloaded the pack now? Because that could definitely happen. There couldn't load tag. Oh, interesting. Okay. So there are some tag errors that I need to look at, but they are unrelated. The Savannah Plateau things. Okay, so there's no errors in the log that we need to deal with. Okay, let's try to just trace through this. Actually, I can do this. This is a good thing if you haven't tried it, if you haven't seen it. So debug function seasons : tick. So that creates a trace file of these 1,387 commands that ran. And let's just like inspect actually what happened. So let me go debug trace today's date. I should only have one, so this should be it. Yep, so seasons tick. That's what we're running, and then what happened was this. Yep, so that's good. All right, what happened? We're trying to run spread R. Yeah, so we're trying to run spread R because we're running spread several times. So that runs spread. Okay, so we called into the function. The F here is for function. Called into spread. That runs randomized coordinates, which runs a bunch of stuff. I wish I had like somewhere to collapse this. So that is randomizing coordinates all the way down to here. Then we reset a bunch of stuff. Operation X. Okay, we randomized one coordinate. I need like support for folding here. Do I have it? Oh, I do. Oh my god. Thank god. That's going to make this so much easier. Okay. We don't really care about randomized coordinates. Do we? No, because he's just setting scores. So, poof. Nice. Alright, then we do move Z64. This is where we all like go in here. So we're gonna go like way deep here somewhere. At the very depth of this should be... Okay, find surface. Executed 0 commands from find surface. What? Find surface does this. What? Okay, hold on. That looks wrong. What? No, wait, never mind. No, it's fine. So we're coming in X2, X1. Here's X1. So X1 is supposed to, it's the last thing. It's setting up a bunch of branch X things. And this, okay, so we're coming into negative X and we're running find surface. This is weird. So execute unless block down by 1 is air. Run function So this just went 0. So that is not true. So the block below is air. Execute positioned 1 down. If that block is air, run find surface. And it's just done. What? Execute 0 commands from find surface. I don't get it. So find surface is the problem. But wait, we're running that on like super high up, right? Execute. Oh. Okay, hold on. So where did I put where's my error? It's in my build file, I think, here. Yeah, so we're supposed to run at height 319 and not 319 blocks up. One character wrong. And that block is not air because it's outside of the world. And it's not air either because it's outside of the world. It's just nothing. All tests on that block will fail. So that's why. Reload. Do we see any little blips of... Well, I see something happening over there. I don't see the... Yeah, we got particles. It's working. And performance is surprisingly even better now. Well, it's not surprising actually, because I removed the entity. Sweet!
The only way to open the submenu on the mod page is via emoji, and that doesn't have Prime.
That sounded rather dysfunctional. But thank you for the Prime sub, man. Appreciate that. 33 months. One type of bringing a program to his niece. Story of my life. Yep. I mean, I have fixed crippling errors in Minecraft code with that were like one character errors. Okay. So, but okay. Let's try to spot one of these particles. There. Can I get there in time? Yeah. So it's here. But this is just planes. So it's not. It's failing to actually update the thing, right? It's doing things here. It's supposed to do the update. I think we still might be 1 block too high or something. Or does it work when it hits like grass? No, this is still plains. Because it's supposed to be 2 blocks up. Remember, are we 1 block low? Okay, so hold on. Need to go back into find surface here. I need to close a bunch of stuff first though, because I have too many things open. Alright, find surface. So what it does is, if the block is air, then we run lower. Otherwise, we execute the function. So we should be running this function positioned 1 block above the ground, which is 1 block above anything that's non-air. So if we hit here, we should be hitting 1 block up, which is fine. Oh my god. What did we... What? I'm so sorry. What happened to the caching of that video? Joel, thank you so much for joining in with your friends. Hard at work, I see. Added more road details in the West Hill today. Now off for a few pints with friends. Enjoy it, man. Thank you so much for the raid again, and just rush off and have a blast. That was smooth, no issues whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know exactly why that happens. There's a little weird thing I'm playing that because the video file has an alpha channel. So, yeah. But welcome in, folks. We are kind of debugging a pack that I'm making that adds seasons to Minecraft. So, it's been winter over here for a bit. Now we're trying to spread the winter, and I kind of broke the pack in the process of optimizing it. It's now running more smoothly, but it's also not doing what it's supposed to, which, you know, oops, I guess. Okay, so yeah, let's do this again. Debug here, debug function seasons colon tick, bam, 5,000 commands. Yeah, let's go look at those again. Here's exactly what happened this time. So we're on spread, we run randomized coordinates again. I don't care about that. And then we run this thing, which is, oh my god, the okay, it just vanishes off the edge here. Then the like scroll bar that visualizes how this looks is okay. Yeah, now it looks much better, I guess, because find surface ran like 4 million times, which isn't, you know, great, but it's kind of expected at least. What the heck? Oh my god. Okay, here somewhere. Yeah, here's actually stuff happening. So find surface. Runs update season. Perfect. Let's just random bits, randomizes some stuff. Is there anything here that uses at S or something? It shouldn't be. Maybe I should just go look at that actually before I keep looking here. So we end up in update season. Then we should be doing update winter. Let's verify that we actually get into that. Assuming that it still is winter, that is, but because time passes, you know. Shocking news, I know. So we don't care about random R. So we can... that put me back at the start of the row. That was a little unnecessary. We don't care about random either, so we'll close that and do the same thing again here. The execute if unless episode is coming in clutch for me to at least understand two things. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty complex usage of this stuff. Not gonna lie. Okay. We ran random again, run random once more, so we're gonna close that up too. So we got update random particle end rod. So this we know works actually, because we're seeing the particles. The particle is not visible for anybody. Okay, sure. Never mind. We're seeing some of the particles. If season matches 1, it shouldn't. Okay, update winter. Executed 0 commands from function update winter. That's weird, but here it is. So update winter. It's counting out snow and stuff. It's checking for snow exactly where we are, but we won't be in snow ever. We'll always be in air. Unless we just set the snow there. Yes. No, we'll always... Yeah, That's a difference, isn't it? So... Spread play... Wait. I can't remember. How does spread players works? Does it put you on something solid, or does it put you on... like... the ground? Like, on all... above... I feel like it just puts you above... wherever is air, right? Not air, I mean. I felt like it was working the same way, but this is actually potentially really tricky to do. Because we'd need like a tag of all the blocks in the game that are transparent, which I mean, it's possible. But it's not nice to set up. But okay, we run the function set winter snowy, which does a bunch of replace fill biome. So it seems to be running the right thing. Is it doing? But I'm seeing it.
Yay.
Am I just being incredibly stupid here? Give me a particle. There's a particle. Well, it has replaced biomes here. Is there just some biome here that it can't? Yeah, there's like a... See a... somewhere. Yeah, winter bare plains. Okay, so it is working. I guess I just looked at the wrong thing or something. Oh, I guess it just has to hit the quarter one. It has to hit the... It's... Actually, it has to hit a corner for it to update. But now that I've... So I kind of need to drop a couple of bits off the end of the position coordinate, which isn't... It's not impossible, but it's also not necessarily super easy. But if I do that, it's going to be a lot more consistent at updating biomes. Or we just update a column that is like 4 wide. Yeah, why not? That makes a lot more sense, actually. Okay. I think I got it now. So in the thing that updates our biomes, it's a template-driven thing. So I'm going to find that biome. Yeah, so it's here. Set winter snowy, for instance. Right, so it's doing the full column of stuff from bottom of the world to the top of the world, and does set the winter snowy biome and replace anything that is that biome with the snowy biome, in this case. So if I just do this, then the box is going to include at least one sample point for the biomes. So I'm just going to do that for all of them. Because these are stored 4 apart, right? Oh, what did I just do? There, that's fine. 3 and 3. Okay, if I understood things right, need to build it also. Then that should mean that whenever we see a particle now after this, there will always be changed biomes. So reload the pack. Look out for a particle here somewhere that in a place that isn't already changed there. Did we? No, it's still plains. Or maybe that just doesn't work that way, which is kind of weird though. So what is this? 7 and 10. Yeah, so those are not. We would have to be like here. That's very annoying. Hi, non-empty string. Javening. I mean, I could just accept this. It's the only result of this problem is that the pack is a little slower at updating biomes. But honestly, that's its core functionality. So I'm kind of unwilling to just let that go. Even though I do think that this is weird functionality from failed biome. Or is it? Let's do this. Let's go to one of the generated files. Functions generated set winter snowy, and then let's. What am I here? Plains. Plains. Wait. Here. I'm blind. It's fine. I'm gonna run this in game, and that changed things. That's very visible, and I am offset, so it should work. Okay, why doesn't it work now? Did I forget to reload? Or did yeah, maybe, because that, well, this doesn't look like it changed anything. Plains. Winter Bear Plains. I'm back home, but we walked to Gamla Stan today. Very beautiful. Almost accidentally walked into the royal palace. Right, you have high thoughts of yourself. So back home, does that mean you have traveled back home, or is back home to hotel? I'm very confused by this. It's still back in progress. Okay, cool. Glad you made it safely home. And like, why is this snowy? No, this is bare. Okay, it's fine. That's bare. What is this then? Oh, it's a transition between bare and plains. Very tired. I understand that. Travel days do that to you, and if you were still in Stockholm doing stuff before then yeah, totally. I am confused. I thought for sure that would be it. So Winter Bear is the one that, yeah, and I did put the 3s in the right way there, so So let's just run that manually. Let's see, find a thing. This one, that didn't seem to work. So I'm gonna stand in the same place. I'm gonna run this fill biome command. And that did change stuff. So something is still not working that I'm not understanding here. It's not called Winter Bear, it's Polar Bear. Sure, yes. Yeah, I don't quite get it. I guess I'm gonna have to generate another trace. But it's hard to say, like, because we're just getting a random position, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But I guess we just make a trace. Okay, we should have another trace now. Here it is. Boom. Let's go to somewhere where we have some form of payload here. Update. Wait, we're still in find surface. Yeah, it would be great if it didn't have to do this. What? Oh. This is blocks. Where's the... confused? Where's the season? Oh. Okay, spread R. Randomized coordinate. Close that. The plane took off just as the stream was starting. Really? And you're already like back home fully? That's quick. Still not sure how it works and what's the goal of this data pack. The goal is to implement seasons for Minecraft. So when it's winter, it's supposed to look more cold, and it's supposed to be whitish, you know, with snow and stuff. It's supposed to change the biome. So if I'm in plains, it's gonna rain, right? But if I'm in winter and plains, I want it to snow. And then if it's in winter and plains and it has snowed, then I want it to be more rainy, or more white. It's not even tabs, actually. These are just 4 spaces, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's not really the problem here, and I don't think it'll help because there's so many of them. We can just scroll. So randomize coordinates. Yeah, we can close these, and then move. Can I do this? So if I place myself 1943, we need to go right before that. So like here somewhere. Let's say that here. Okay. We're doing random stuff. That's a good sign, maybe. Update season. Nice. Okay. Update season does a random. We don't care. Go back here. It's a little dysfunctional that it's like putting me all the way to the left when I fold a section, but we can live with that. There, and now we should see what we actually are trying to do here. So we're playing the particle. Was not visible for anybody. We're running update winter. That's counting a bunch of snow stuff? And then does nothing. Interesting. So that's the problem. The problem is actually in update winter. It's not my randomization at all. It's somehow... But how can these not... Oh, if update random matches 0. Ooh. Why did I do that? Why do I have these update random? Because that slows down everything. Do I want that? I mean, I guess I did. So I guess then that means that everything is basically just working as intended. Isn't there some advancement thing that queries game time with an arbitrary modulus? That could be used to let your pack adjust to any time set command. I mean, yeah. But time set sets the time in days. So I don't see why I should care. So I don't know about this. It seems... Okay, let's turn on this. Board objective, set display sidebar seasons. And, you know, actually look. And I guess I'm nuking update random after these runs. Where do I have this? Hold on. In update seasons, yeah, I'm removing that. So I'm gonna not do that for a second here. Reload. Update random. Hold on just a moment. Wait. It's way more than I thought it would be. So we're literally checking if it's... I'm expecting that value to be between 0 and 3. But I'm getting values up to, like, I think it's up to between 0 and 15. So I've done something very wrong here. Have I mixed these up? So I got 2 bits in season random. And 4 bits in update random. But then, like, here's update spring, which doesn't really do that. Okay, hold on. Where am I using update random? Update fall. No, I'm checking season random. Okay, update random matches 0. Why do I do all this work if I'm then gonna end up not setting stuff? I guess that was specifically to slow down season changes, but that doesn't seem like what I want now. Let's reduce that a little bit and see. Oh man, the river is freezing over. That's awesome. I didn't even notice. Like, the thing is, I guess you don't really want, like, the season to just immediately shift everywhere at once, because that's not fun. But I also don't want it to take forever, and that seemed more like it was taking forever, and I think that's just gonna feel a little buggy. Yeah, so I'm fighting myself a little bit here. So I've made a mechanism for slowing down season change, and then I've gone like, this is moving too slowly. I'm gonna use up more performance to get it to shift quicker, which that wasn't the smartest thing. I'm gonna turn that off again. Okay, and then we're gonna board objectives, set display sidebar. Yeah, 1 out of 4 might be nicer than 1 out of 16, to be honest. You can kind of see how this is happening now, and can I now increase the block random again? Probably not, right? What did I set it to? Set it to 4? Do I have this still here? Yeah. So I set it to 8. How does this look? Still reasonable. Did it make much of a difference? So we're going to do this. I'm not sure I see the difference, to be honest. Set it to 16 again. That's a little bit noticeably higher load, but like maybe not that much. So maybe 8 is a good middle ground. Just kind of didn't see 8. So we make code 8, that's the default. Okay. Cool. And the real test here is what happens if we just sit here. I guess I can turn off the particles. I guess we can keep them on for now. What happens if we now do weather rain for a long time? Like, how long have I been sitting here also? Because, like, how wintry are we expecting it to be at this point, you know? And now it's starting to become white. Yeah. Let's just observe this for a little bit. Because we should be seeing everything go white, and we should be seeing most of the grass be covered by snow. Which I'm seeing stuff go white, so that's good. It's really hard to tell if the grass is being covered by snow. I guess we'll find out eventually when things have started going fully covered. If there's like a bunch of gaps for the grass. Or also those flowers over there on the top left now. Those should also be covered by snow. Which I think they are. I think one just vanished. But I guess we'll find out when they're all gone. And this is looking how? Still reasonable. Walk successful. That's great to hear. Welcome back. Walk unsuccessful would be kind of alarming. Like, I failed at walking. So yeah, I kind of see why I had that though.
Pause reminder.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We're gonna do the regular thing though of since we're ending pretty soon, I can't do a really long stream on Thursdays. We're gonna not take a break now. Just kind of want to try to wrap this up. I'm not seeing those flowers get replaced though. Execute if entity e type equals marker. Tag equals underscore season snow. Was it just season snow? Season snow? 12,000 entities. Yeah, we're still creating them, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I guess that looks okay. I'm kind of thinking maybe there's a case for having the same kind of randomization as I do today, but also doing a near pass, so do more block updates closer to the player. It's kind of weird that those flowers aren't being replaced actually. I guess it's just a lot of blocks to replace. And a bunch of these that are still here are tall grass, which are not going to get replaced, but I guess... It's creating them though, like... I mean, I guess there are bare blocks that are just not being set either, so... And those are just like Minecraft not snowing on those blocks. So, you know, random is gonna random. Also, weather ticks are not random ticks, so we can't even increase that speed. Definitely is the case that this is looking a lot more wintry than just a vanilla winter, though, right? Like we have the white trees. We have the birch that totally, you know, doesn't change color in the winter. Even the places that are kind of having a gap because of this still look better because they're white. So I think what we should do is we should let this go for a little bit. And then what I want to do is switch it to spring and see that the melting works. Basically, we move over there to where we were for a really long time and we have like thick snow. Then we switch to spring, and just verify that the spring actually is capable of melting all this away, because that's a function that doesn't exist in vanilla at all, right? Vanilla accumulates snow when it snows, but it's permanently snowing in snowy places, basically, so the snow will never melt away. With the new update, you can make a tornado data pack, I best, since you can control the gravity of flying blocks easily, or windstorms. Well, I mean, you could make very custom things with those, right? But at that point, like, if you're getting into calculations that are essentially physics calculations, then stuff becomes very hard to do with Minecraft scoreboard ops real quick. We do have plans for that kind of stuff, by the way, but, like, it's just one thing at a time. Random question, what do you think of trims on shulker boxes, like armor trims? I mean, I wouldn't mind a way to kind of mark shulker boxes, because, you know, the shulker monster is a real thing, right? They're already block empty, so yeah, it could be cool. Yeah, I mean, there are just 2 flowers left up there, right? So I think we're... Oh, right, I still have the particles on. I can probably turn those off now. Update season. Also, this seems to be working, so I'm going to check in all the changes I made, because it's a huge amount of change. My definition of easy is insanely hard for me, but not as hard for you. I mean, I don't do this stuff because it's easy, you know? Jukebox interaction with the droppers and hoppers got me excited. Yeah, it's a nice one, right? It's just a tiny little thing that lets you automate things a little bit more and do more things with redstone, which is really nice. Hi, Fishdad. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. Let's maybe stand on the portal. Nice, which is the lava is keeping this area snow free. So here we have a bunch of stuff, and it's all really snowed over because we spent a lot of time here in winter. And I'm gonna do time add 0.5 days to just get us out of nighttime. And then I have no idea what day, like what date this is. It is season winter still. Okay, cool. I guess, can I see which day it is? It's 56. Okay, so we're coming up on the end of winter. So if I do time add 4D, we should now be in spring. It started raining here, so that's a good sign. So we should start seeing basically the snow turn to rain, and then the snow layers to start melting also. Like, those are the 2 things we're supposed to see. And I do see snow layers melting, so that's cool. Hello, Tanscan. Well, still seeing a lot of snow though. So those are interesting. Actually, now there's just a few columns of snow here, so I guess more stuff has turned to rain. And those are interesting because they are... You can see how it's a dirt block underneath, so we've lost the grass there. And so what I expect to happen is that that snow layer, when it disappears, is going to turn into there's going to be grass underneath as it melts, because the pack should counter the vanilla decay of the dirt. Now some more are starting to... Yeah, so it's definitely turned into rain in most places around now. So that's a good... And the trees will only start turning green once the snow is melted off. The partially melted layers look oddly dark. Yeah, that's Minecraft occlusion for you. Okay, that one is, I think, down to 1 layer. So hopefully we should start seeing some grass here soon. But I mean, also, like, it's the change of a season too, so you don't really want it to be too quick, right? Did you make this data pack so everyone else can experience how much snow you have to shovel in the winter? You know, gonna share my lovely experience. Okay, so that has turned back to grass, even though it's still white. So... Why is it still white? Yeah, because it's still snowy. Right, so it's, what happens when we go into spring is the pack will start setting stuff to melting winter as an intermediate step. So it will start melting, it will increase the temperature so you get rain instead of snow. And then it will start melting away the snow layers. And then once it detects that the snow is gone from an area, then it will start turning that back into kind of green. So that's what's going to happen. So it will need to have a little bit of snow-free area, and then it's going to turn green. Actually, you don't need the rain anymore. Because it's not like it doesn't need rain for snow to melt. We just needed the snow for snow to place, but you know, snow melts in the heat, not necessarily in the rain. Nice. Yeah, this is nice. You can just see how it's like popping away. So what we expect to see is that this entire thing just comes back to exactly how it was before we start. So basically, we want all the grass to reappear, we want the flowers here to reappear, and we want the grass to turn green and stuff. Will the sun melt the snow faster? Not really. Like, it's a season-based thing. It doesn't take into account anything other than what season it is, basically. CS77. Okay, nice. We're starting to get some grass to pop back out here. So interesting to see when all this snow has melted too, that the leaves start turning back into a spring mode. Like, it also really doesn't care about temperature. Like, even if I would have skipped, hey, look, stuff's turning green. Life returns to the plains. Part of me really wants to make the trailer by taking a bunch of David Attenborough quotes, like a bunch of voice recordings, and stitching them together for Minecraft. That would be fantastic, but it would also be a lot of work. Maybe that's a good reason for me to rewatch Planet Earth. My friend did something similar, yeah. I think they're fun if you manage to do them right. I think it could work really well with this also, it's just the fact that it would be a lot of work, so that's interesting. I think it's gonna happen because the pack still needs to randomly find that there's a snow on top of that before it decays. Oh yeah, the trailer is definitely, like, the release of this is a big thing. I'm expecting the trailer for this to be able to do really well. Because I'm expecting this pack to be something that people are interested in. Sorry if this is a little slow content right now, but you know, the turn of the seasons kind of, by its nature, has to be a rather slow thing. So that grass over there to the left now has also turned a little green, so that's interesting. How are the trees looking? The trees are still mostly white. Dangerous to expect anything from the YouTube gods? Yeah, you know. What can you do? It's no slower than watching someone dig a huge pit. That is a good point. It's a good point. Watching snow melt. Yeah, well, we've gone from watching snow, like snow, to watching snow melt. It's great. Let's just do time add 0.5D again so we don't have to sit through night. Is it meant to be bare dirt? Not really, but it's also going to be incredibly hard to fix all of those cases. I'm trying to make the pack fix as many as possible of them, but it's really hard because the pack needs to find where the situation where dirt is going to decay has occurred before it has occurred, right? So I need to basically find, here's a piece of grass, it has snow on top of it. I know that when more layers build up here, it's going to mean that the grass is going to turn to dirt. And therefore, I'm going to add a little marker here saying we want the grass back. But that also depends on the randomness of the pack, right? The randomization. So it'll miss some, but at least I'm trying to get... But like all of the blocks would be dirt if I didn't do any of that. But we have a significant amount of grass left, so I think all of the ones that have a piece of like a flower or a grass plant or something are going to turn into are going to keep grass because I saved that. Grass doesn't turn into dirt with just one snow layer. No, true, but because we accumulate snow, if there's a snow layer, it's gonna get more. So, you know, it should spread back, yes. So my main worry was, well, one, it's gonna look really ugly, but the other worry was it's gonna take away so much grass that it basically isn't really able to spread back within reasonable time. So my hope is that with this system, I'm gonna get a grassy field with some dirt that spreads back instead of a void, you know, post-apocalyptic wasteland of dirt with like 3 grass in the middle. Yeah, so one snow layer is transparent, right? A snow layer, kind of, its hitbox is 1 less than the snow, I guess, because you're meant to sink into the snow a little bit. But so, you know, 1 snow layer kind of acts like it isn't there, and therefore that's why. Good clickbait for the trailer would be to Photoshop your Minecraft figure into a photo you took IRL from a hiking video. I fully 100% disagree. I think very few people would be interested in that. However, if I show that I have implemented seasons in Minecraft and I've got like the same location in summer, fall, winter, and spring, that is going to be something that people are interested in because it's completely new and something they actually want. Tick speed does not make seasons faster, no. You can define in the pack how how many days you want each season to last. But and you can increase the rate the pack per like does operations too. But like, yeah, that's kind of what we've been fighting today is the amount of performance that this takes up or uses. It's kind of a balance, right? I know this pack does a lot, so it's going to eat some performance, you know? And I'm okay with that. I just want to find a balance where it's not performance to the point where it's unusable. Don't make it clear from the image that it's a data pack. Maybe the real game, that would be clickbaity. Sure, yeah. But I guess you would kind of, you would get that from just titling the video Seasons in Minecraft 1.19.3. Like, this is one that I think, like, there's good clickbait and bad clickbait, right? Good clickbait is something that makes you click, that is really like, oh, I really need to find out how this happened, how this works. But it isn't a lie. Like, it's not like, it's actually something the video will show, right? And I think this pack suits itself extremely well for good clickbait, is that in that I can make something that is going to look pretty spectacular, be extremely interesting to many players, and still be exactly what the video shows. And to be honest, I've never felt the need for seasons in Minecraft. Like, I'm not one of those people who go like, oh, they should really add seasons to Minecraft. But I know that there's a lot of interest in it, and that's kind of why I'm doing this, right? It's not necessarily because I think, oh yeah, I really need this pack to play with myself. It is because I think a lot of people will be interested in it. So therefore, and it's a really cool technical challenge that, you know, until very recently kind of wasn't possible. You're seeing a good amount of snow melt, but it's still, there's still a lot of snow. It just tells you how many snow layers there are to melt in just this little view. There's some flowers appearing back over there. That's nice. I was under the impression that lying is required for it to be clickbait. I mean, not different people have different opinions on it, right? There's definitely a lot of clickbait that outright lies or that misleads. In my mind, it's not necessarily required, though. Wow, there's a lot of snow. It takes a long time. Seeing some green over here, though. I think the snow melt is at like full blast, though. I think that there's no randomness involved in if it chooses to melt a snow layer or not. If it finds a snow layer, it melts it. Imagine if the Nether had seasons. So there's gonna be like scorching, and then terrifying and dark, but still warm. Because I can see, like, if the Nether was gonna have seasons, it wouldn't be like seasons like the overworld. It would be its own like wicked version of seasons, right? So maybe one is like super foggy. There's actually another thing in here that I haven't really talked about that much. The scorching plus. Yeah. Savannah, it like is in real life. The Savannah has seasons. It doesn't snow, you know. It has other type of seasons. And what happens in the Savannah is that the summer is the rain season, and the rest of the year is the dry season. So I've actually got that in here. So Savannah will be rainy in the summer and get a little more like vibrant green, and then the rest of the year it's going to be dry. And if it rains, it doesn't rain in savannas like default Minecraft, right? Okay, so we're getting there down to the actual ground, which is nice. Some over there starting to become really green. Are you telling me I won't see snow giraffes? Not too many of them, no. Part of me just really wants to amp up the block rate here. But I kind of also want to see how it looks when it melts, because now it's starting to get there. Does it not rain in savannas in vanilla because it's a hot biome? No, it doesn't rain in savanna. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. I need to real quick do something. What can I do here? Oh, this. Great. Do. Snoop some of you. Should be okay. I'm getting... Okay, I'm actually out of space on my C drive. That's great. Good thing is I don't record to my C drive. I record to another thing, but you know... I don't like this. What can I remove? Well, I mean, at least we have something to watch while I'm figuring out how my computer shouldn't, like, die. Okay, I can remove this. It's okay. Review. That's 30 gigabytes. That should keep us. So I was kind of... I guess there's still some... I think what it does when it is looking for whether to start turning stuff green is it looks within a 3x3 area and sees if it's all clear from snow. And if it is, then it turns, well, a 3x3x3, to be honest. So that's when it starts turning. So it needs to kind of be really bare before it does that. Apricot Snail. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. And hello, Aaron. Oh, I see some spring trees and some grass turning green. So yeah, this section that was really snowed over, like that had been in deep winter, that is still white. But the stuff over here that was less snowed on, so there was less time there, that's starting to turn more.
Hi, Sliced. Am I late? Somewhat,
Yes.
but you can have a sub anyway.
Well,
have
thank
a
you.
great weekend.
Thank you. I hope you will have one too. Welcome in, even though you're a little late, yes, because we are going to be wrapping up pretty soon here. Actually, often when I end streams, I have a little snack or something afterwards, and lately I've been baking these kind of low carb bread from Mary's Test Kitchen, and I just got some new stuff and made a new batch, and they look amazing. And they got done just before the stream. So I'm gonna have one. I wonder how many terabytes of data you've archived over the years. So I have a network storage with all my video stuff. It's got like 30 what's that, 32 terabytes of data on it right now. And I lost a bunch of footage from old machines and stuff that crashed. So it's not everything, but you know. What was that, by the way? That was 30 months, Sir Jarek. Thank you so much for that. That's a long time. That's a lot of support. I do appreciate that. Thank you. It's less than you expected. Yeah. I mean, I also have a ton of like world data and stuff that I've kept, but it's a little more because some stuff is just still on my local drive and I haven't offloaded it to that network storage yet. But that's the grunt of it. At some point it stops making sense to keep everything also, you know. I've been enjoying food since psyllium husk powder resolved my lifelong stomach issues. That's awesome. I mean, I enjoy food. I have some stomach issues, but they don't stop me from enjoying food. It's just a random thing that strikes sometimes for me, so it's not too bad. And part of the growing boat racing community, we are having some issues with boat lag, and I don't have to solve it. I mean, the latency compensation in that kind of code in Minecraft isn't great, so I don't know. I don't know if there's like any mods or anything specifically designed to kind of improve that situation. Alright, so we're getting flowers over here again. That's a good sign. Some of these areas are starting to get really close to the point where... Okay, there's another dirt. But most of them are actually turning back to grass, which is encouraging. My issue is based on food sensitivities. Yeah, I mean, I think mine is a little like I'm sensitive to eating a lot, which, you know, is obviously a thing I like to do now and then. And there's some foods I'm sensitive to, but generally, I know that I trigger it sometimes by eating just way too much of something nice, you know. I mean, also, like, I don't know, I don't keep my video files and stuff for the sake of just keeping them. I actually keep them, like, I have a purposeful reason to keep them, right? Because I do re-edit and, like all the clips are taken from my stream archive files, which I can re-edit to not have the music track in there, right? So if I just taken the clips, my BRB screen would be a jumbled mess of different songs, like going on and off. What is this? It's gonna be my Minecraft folder. Still counting the size of my Minecraft folder. It's so large. I've got 280 plus gigabytes of like world files and stuff. It's not done yet. I mean, I guess it's likely that we see a bunch of this start turning green at the same time. I really do want to see some of it turn green before I'm happy with this though. Even though this is taking a while. Like, we've been sitting here for like 3 days, I think, in game, you know. So I've fast forwarded through a couple of nights, which you could do with just a bed also, so it's not too unrealistic. Maybe it's melting too slowly. Because the season is 20 days long. Large hard drives are getting cheaper. I recently got a 20 terabyte ones for about $330. Wow. You could remove multiple layers at once. I could, or I could clear like several neighboring blocks if they're there. Or I could just do more samples. I should actually double check that I don't like random on that, so I don't like melt. Update normal winter blocks. Yeah, it always melts one. So there's no extra random delay there, which is good. I guess there's one snow block in this somehow. And I guess also it's not certain that it hit the middle one. Oh, I have tried a bunch of stuff, Kanak. I think a fun and pointless thing I want to sometimes is download every single Minecraft version that has ever existed. Yeah, that's a bunch of stuff. I have a pretty close approximation to that at work. I can't even remember. My network storage has like 8 drives in it or something. Maybe it's 10 drives. But I also run like error correction on it, so there's a couple of redundant disks, right? Right, from Cave Game to 23W078, yeah. So that's a little green, which I guess is because the sample probably hit the top of the tall grass and didn't find any immediately like neighboring snow. Which, sure, I'll take that. It's kind of fun that there's one green tree over there. That's nice. Ah, this side is looking really nice now. Yeah, I'm kind of willing to call this pretty good now. I'm not releasing it immediately because, you know, I want to make a trailer and stuff. And I guess that's going to be my weekend activity here. The pink tree is nice, early cherry blossoms. Yeah, I was actually working on this before that was kind of being added. The ultimate replay mod trailer is a bonus. Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be hard because like this stuff happens so slowly. Like, don't worry about it, Kanak. I appreciate that, but I also have tried a bunch of stuff. You know. Hey, we got green. Hold on, I need to minimize some stuff here. Good. But yeah, I can probably make something pretty cool by just showing, like, a kind of this moment, right? When the last snow melts. That's the kind of moment you want to show, right? When the season's actually switching over fully. You have some tips or ideas how we can solve those latency things or make them less noticeable? Not really. I've done some boat racing and stuff on my fan server, and whenever you're close to another player, it is very laggy and noticeable. And I don't really, like, I don't have anything good for that. the kind of Minecraft netcode for movement and stuff only really works when you aren't in the vehicle. Like, works well in conjunction with other players, that's what I mean. Or when the trees go from white leaves to multicolor leaves. You mean these ones? Yeah. Honestly, I think the like winter melting is one part, but the like the reds and yellows of autumn, I think, is going to be the most striking to people. And then snow and this type of stuff is also cool, but yeah. Can't remember how the snow dissolving works, but if you dissolve multiple layers, if the block is more than 5 layers or something, could help even out. Yeah, it can melt quicker if there are more of them. It's just code that just, like, sets the state to a lower value. So, like, how will this Datapack work with water? What do you mean? With, like a river?
Yay.
It freezes rivers and most coldish oceans. It doesn't freeze. Like, it leaves lukewarm and warm oceans completely, like, untouched, I think. But yeah, you can kind of see over there how it's frozen a little bit. If I put it in the corner, you see it better. How will it melt? Aha, you can see how it has melted, because that's where the update. That's where the limit was of my reach, because of the game only updates around players, right? But yeah, it's the same thing. Like, snow doesn't melt in vanilla either. Snow and ice. So if, like, rivers freeze over, and then melt again, and snow on the ground, and plants disappear into the snow and then melt again. Slowly or instantly. It's kind of the same thing, right? It's a random thing. So I guess this is kind of just a vanilla thing, right? I think all that happens is we set the biome to be warm, and vanilla goes, oh, the ice should melt. And it's just, that's just a random tick thing, I think. So actually, this is kind of a more interesting direction to look at now, because there are only a few snow layers left here, and they should really be melting away, and then everything will turn. But yeah, you can kind of see here that most things that were snowed over have now started turning green, and there's some little splotches left, so... So not with the natural ice growing stuff from the middle and such. It's the opposite, right? Because Minecraft only forms ice around solid blocks, so it's forming from the edges. Is that silver texture used in vanilla at all? It's a tint, right? So it's the same texture. The texture hasn't changed. What the game does is it takes the texture and it applies kind of a color filter to it, or coloring, and this is just a very, very, like, white one, and no, there's nothing in vanilla that uses that tint. Vanilla, the span of colors used by vanilla is very limited. Melt is exactly the same. So if it's not winter, it melts, and that process is exactly the same through all the 3 other seasons. Porky, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I mean, that would be nice, right? But the problem is, it's hard to do that in a good way. I guess what I could do is if it's like summer or fall, then we instantly melt away everything except 1 layer or something. And how will summer work in snow/ice biomes? So there are a couple of biomes that are like permanently winter. Like, just like there's like jungles are permanently summer, right? Like the pack just doesn't touch them. And ice spikes are permanently winter, and I think frozen peaks is permanently winter. But snowy taiga, for instance, as far as this pack is concerned, snowy taiga and taiga are the same biome. So when you get there in summer, it turns into summery taiga, and when you get there in winter, they turn into wintry taiga. So the pack will kind of convert back and forth between them. What I think would be cool is if it got faster as the amount of snow decreased to get rid of splotches faster. Yeah, I mean, I think the hard part is if you look at some of these, like that has like 4 or 5 layers left, but there's nothing around it. So I guess that's the thing we could then try is like identify how much snow there's around it, and if it's little, then melt faster or something. But yeah, I don't know. But now we're like we're like a quarter of the way through the spring and still hasn't melted. So it definitely, I think it needs to melt faster. What about the old growth biomes? I think for the purposes of this pack, they're also just taiga. Like old growth spruce taiga, old growth pine taiga, and taiga. The only differences between those biomes is how they generate. So, you know, the pack doesn't care, because the pack only cares about how they act at runtime, right? So a bunch of the things that are different in vanilla are not different with this pack on, because actually they're kind of the same. Yeah, I'm willing to say that this is working well, but too slow. Wow. Wow, that was spiky. Interesting. Some really big. Except shattered savannas, they will always remain that in my heart. Yeah, sure. There's a lot of dirt here actually, but I don't know what I can do about that. Like Pack's trying its best. Yeah, definitely need to think about that. Will there also be a season calendar clock thingy? Not really. Like I don't really have much. Like it's hard to do those kind of things, and I don't know what it would be. Like it's more a gameplay thing. Anyway, I think we'll call it here. This seems to be working a lot better now. I am going to be looking to releasing like a first beta version of this pretty soon with a trailer and you know, make everything public on GitHub and add it to Planet Minecraft and all the jazz. But I'll probably tweak it a little more before that, and then I need to do a lot of work on just making assets for it, I guess. But this is cool. This was not where I thought this would go. I had not expected I'd not expected it to be so hard to fix the performance of it, and you know, we found a lot of cool stuff along the way, so that's good. Let's see, where shall we go? Where shall we go indeed? Snow staying intact in small spots matches real behavior. Yeah, no, you can get piles, but you kind of get piles, not this like random splotching, right? Let us see. Yeah, let's go here. It's been a while. It's been a while. Thank you, everybody. My next stream is going to be on Saturday, when we'll be doing the bingo seeds for the week and see if we can batter that PB from last week. And then we're continuing Ethos Challenge on Sunday.
Yay.
I couldn't do the snow with display entities because 1, they don't exist in this version, and 2, it's the game that places them, not me. Anyway, we're gonna head over to Music Man. Thank you so much for today. Thank you, Box Milk, for the follow there at the end too. Appreciate it. I hope to see you all here again. If you haven't clicked the follow button yet, do it now. If you haven't followed my channel on YouTube, do that too. You know, all the jazz, whatever. Insert ad here. Have a good one. Take care, folks. I'll see you later.